everyone. I heard a horrible sound and didn't know what it was and came over here to investigate, and it was Anasazi calling. Sounded like she was in distress, but I guess maybe she's in heat. And I saw the Nabiscos were over here. The biscuits. Nabisco and Mrs Claws, and he's got a bloodsicle. He can't quite figure out where it is. Oh, this way. There you go. Right there. Oh, you almost had it. Somebody's getting his summer coat. There's the goodie. You found it. See, there's 286 people, but I am not seeing any comments. And yes, I swiped left and swiped right. It just doesn't seem to do it. Burr, burr, burr. Okay, take two with Anasazi. If anybody can hear me, please post a comment so that I can see you, or see if I can see you. She's just rubbing on everything, running all over the place, being so silly. Anasazi! Come here, sweetie biscuits. Oh, crazy cat. She's so crazy. Oh no, I do not need your help, mister. Hey, Marinko. I'm afraid I can see people joining and I still can't see comments. Is your neighbor being very noisy? Yeah, she's calling, calling, calling. Palm trees are not good to eat. I hear you, Anasazi. Hi, Barb. Alright, I'm going to try it again. I don't know, is this take 4 or take 5? It's Carol and Tonga at Big Cat Rescue. And we're having trouble with the Facebook Pages app. It's not wanting to let me see your comments, so it's not much fun just talking to myself. We had some good video earlier because Nabisco and Mrs Claws were having fun, so that made for some entertaining viewing, even if I couldn't hear your comments on it. Hello everyone, it's Carol at Rescue, and in the background is Regina feeding Cameron, and Zabu is watching, and I won't be filming for very long because tonight we have a presentation that Jamie's going to give talking about what it's like behind the scenes of doing a rescue. or 10. And she's been working on this presentation for a long time, so I think it's going to be very, very good. And I want to save my battery strength for that. So that'll be about 7:30 p.m. Eastern time here. And you guys are welcome to tune in and watch. Regina is a nurse during the day and a keeper here when she's off duty. It's been a busy day here at the sanctuary. It's Thursdays and we're only closed on Thursdays and Christmas Day. Every other day we're open. And so on Thursdays, that's when we get the most amount of work done because we're not dealing with any guest issues, no tours or people in the gift shop. And so it gives us the chance to spend the entire day doing things like raking and painting cages and planting plants and doing maintenance and all of the stuff that needs to get done in addition to the daily feeding and cleaning. Well, I'm so glad you're finally getting to see the live feed. I decided to walk rather than take my cart, which may have been a bad idea if I'm trying to speed this up. Thanks to all of the wonderful volunteers and interns who showed up today, we were able to get those 4 enclosures cleaned out on Tiger Row. Right there across the lake is Tiger Row. There's 6 cages over there and 3 cats. So each cage is about 1,800 square feet and each cat has 2 of those. So 2 pools, 2 dens, 4 feeding areas each. They got lots and lots of space. And I don't know if you can see that brown pipe. The idea was not to be able to see it. And you can hear that motor over there. One of the things I lost my father on his 75th birthday last August, but one of the things he did every morning was he would come out to all of these pools, and there's a bunch of them, because at the time all of our tigers had pools. Now we brought in even more tigers, so we have to keep moving tigers around so they have pools. But anyway, his routine was to come out here every morning, first thing in the morning, and clear out all the little drains and filters and the pumps out in the lake. There were, I think, 1 pump would handle 2 of the ponds, and that's just an enormous amount of work to do before you even get to your real work of the day. So Chuck and Joshua and Scott have come up with a much larger pumping system for the pools where it's just 1 motor and much larger pipes. And our lake is down, gosh, it's down 10 feet. So you can see kind of where the water line should be. And that'll all be submerged once the rains start. I would like everybody to picture it raining on me, please. Picture it rain all over my hair, picture me sopping wet, picture the cats all getting cooled off by the rain. I need all of the positive reinforcement I can get on rain in Tampa, Florida. Well, thank you for the kind words about my dad. My brother has done a really marvelous job of picking up where he left off, and that was one of the things I was going to go by and check on, was a den that he's been working on. So you can see how nicely they cleaned out all those enclosures and trimmed up the trees and got the branches off of the roofs, because we have the benefit of great shade trees here, but man, does it make a mess. It drops leaves and branches every day on top of the cages. So it's just a constant battle to keep the branches off the tops. Where's the cougars? They're so silly. They've got all those dens and they could spread out where they could lay out in the breeze, but instead they'll all pile into the same den together. You guys are crazy. crazy cougars. Yes, you are. Hey, Priya. Oh, Priya. Yeah. That's a good girl. Yeah, I hear a lot of people have been getting a lot more rain than usual. And I think Jamie told me that we've only gotten something like 40% of what we usually get here. Doesn't feel like we've even gotten that 40%. They're all sending you hearts and loves. Yeah, they're sending you so many hearts. Does it make you smile? It makes me smile. And they're sending you chuffs. Penny, we haven't decided what we're going to do as far as where cats are going to get moved around. The good thing is that with all of the above ground tunnels, we're able to move cats around pretty easily, except for Tiger Lake. Cats coming and going from there have to go in a transport because it's just too far from anywhere else to get there by tunnel. Can't very well let them out and let them swim across the lake either. That would be terrible. Wow, 7 inches of rain. So, the good news is that most of the cats are pretty good about loading up into the transports, and we can continue to move them around so they all get different experiences. How old is Priya? How old are you, girl? Let's see if I can find her sign. You gonna come see if you can find it too? Let's look for your sign together. So she's 15? Is that right? No, 14. She is cute. Since Zeus Tiger never goes in his pond anymore, we're thinking about moving him back to the back next to the Texas tigers and pulling one of the witness protection cats up here to the front. And if we do that, then that gives another cat access. Well, that doesn't fix my problem either because he'd still have a pool back there. I don't know what we're going to do. This is the den my brother's been working on for Riza. You guys saw it yesterday and it was just a frame. And today it's got that metal lath over it. And we've got her locked out of there because that stuff's really sharp and it'll cut the fool out of you. But then he'll cover it with concrete and we'll fill up the inside with sand so it's nice and cool and well drained, and she will love it. Gabrielle. We talked about maybe moving you to Zeus's cage. I think you would like to pool. Would you like to pool? You're so tiny you could probably swim in that pool. Oh, we're so hot. Oh my goodness. People often ask about the cats panting, and that's the only way that cats can cool off. They don't have sweat glands, so they've got to pant to cool their bodies down. And it's 90 degrees right now in Tampa. Volunteers and interns worked on Diablo's cage today and got all the leaves out of there. And the reason that's so important is because fleas and ticks and poisonous little critters can hide in those leaves, and we don't want them to get our cats. So it's lots and lots of raking. I always get so turned around back in here. Hello, Ginger. Oh, I see. You were flirting with Diablo, who's gonna mosey away since I came over. Did you get your treat tonight? You guys put some dust in the air.
Down to the bottom of the bag, so there's a lot of whatever that pink powder is. So we're saying we're covered with fairy dust. Fairy dust. We're gonna start floating. We're gonna start floating away eventually because we're gonna have fairy dust on us. We're gonna start flying.
You guys have been killing it today. It looks so good. She's talking about the dust on the grass seed. Do you see how the grass seed is kind of pinkish?
Unfortunately, we're still not going to be able to let him in yet because there's no lockout on this side. There's only a guillotine door on the one side of that tunnel, and there's no water bowl or lockout in these two cages because we used the lockout to make the tunnel. So he'll have to wait one more day till we can get that other little tiny bubble there cleaned out. But we got it all raked, like from here over, inside and outside, so at least that's done.
Wow.
We could do a lot more, but we have that presentation tonight, so we have to get chores done so everybody can get out there for that.
I noticed it wasn't on the calendar. Do you know what time it is?
Normal time. Food at 7. Presentation starts at 7:30.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. She sent the invite out, but I don't know why it's not on the calendar.
Yeah, I just went looking to tell everybody what time it was going to be. Jamie said it'd be okay to do a Facebook Live for it. And I was like, well, it's not on the calendar at all, so I don't wonder if anybody knows.
What's the matter? What are you missing? Oh, you missing a clip?
Got a dead one.
Oh, it broke. Okay. So we're just picking up the last of the leaves. Oh. So we got a bunch of leaves and stuff over here we need to pick up too. What time is it? 4:30. We were gonna go ahead and run. Wish this person would stop calling me. Hello? Hello?
We get so many spam calls because our numbers have to be out there on the internet in case of a bobcat in need of rescue or somebody with a animal that needs attention. And unfortunately, by putting our numbers out there, we get a ton of unwelcome calls. Hi, Saber. Oh, can't quite. Whoop. Oh dear. I can't focus on you. It's too dark in there. She really did love the gift, and one of the things, for those that don't know what that person's talking about, I had made a necklace over at catrescue.biz of Angie the bobcat after she passed away, because that was Gail's favorite cat, and I gave her the necklace yesterday. And what I started telling you guys when I was talking about putting it on her cart is that I really don't like to dwell on the past and the cats that have passed on. I love them and respect them and will never forget them, but I try to stay focused on our mission, which is to end the trade in these cats. And I can't do that if I get myself into a funk and get sad and can't focus on the future. So I'm not much on doing memorial type things, but I know that she is. And the reason I thought that it might really be meaningful to her is because Gail does one of the hardest jobs out here, and that is that when the cats pass away, she's the one who prepares them for the funeral services or pet memorial services that we use for cremation. And I don't know about you, but at least in my case, I can deal with a death by being so hyper focused on everything that has to be done at the moment. Everything else that's going around, I can distract myself from it enough that I usually don't let it completely take me over. And when I find that I just break down and grieve is when I'm putting away the things. So in the case of a person, if you've ever if you've ever lost somebody and you're kind of in that state of, I don't know, denial or shock, it's not until later when you're packing up their clothes and giving them away or putting away the things that they last used, or in the case of the cats, I think of them as being little spirits in these furry suits. I think we're all spirits in meat suits. But when you put away that little furry suit that they wore the whole time they were here for the last time, I think that's the hardest thing that we do. And the way that we do that is after the procedure and after the necropsy, then the animal is shrouded and we call a pet funeral home. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I was having to mess with the gate. We call a pet funeral home to come pick up the body to cremate them. And it's handling the body after the fact that's kind of like putting away those clothes of a loved one. And Gail's the one who always ends up stuck with that job. And I think it's the hardest thing that we do out here, because that's when the grief really hits you. And so that's why I felt like she would really appreciate the necklace of Angie Bobcat. Hi, Tut. Hi. Have you been rolling in the sand? Looks like it. Yeah, Diana's right. I mean, no cats have passed recently. That was Angie, and that was a while back. And it takes a while when you order something like that to have it made and shipped and everything else. So it had just arrived yesterday, and that was when I was giving it to Gail. But we lost Angie a good while back. Thought I'd go see how Sue and Lakota are doing. Yeah, how's your new neighbors? They doing well? They'll be coming off of quarantine very soon. We just have to get a fecal sample from them. Make sure they don't have any more of those nasty hookworms they came with. Hi! Well, hello, Sue. Hi there, Sugar Lips. Oh, she's so pretty. You sure are a skinny thing. We feed her everything she will possibly eat, but she's just not a big eater. I'm sorry. I'm too close. Are you telling me I'm too close? I could back up. It's okay. Everybody here loves you. They're sending you hearts. They're sending that beautiful girl hearts. Mm-hmm. We're gonna fatten you up for sure. It's alright. I'm gonna back away. Where's Lakota? There's Lakota. You're not shy, are you? See, I'm not shy at all. Can I put this up here without you coming and getting me? This is Lakota. You're looking better too. Yeah, he was so covered in fleas. Your fur's growing back. Get rid of all those nasty mites. Teresa, these are bobcats. I love bobcats. Bobcats are my favorite. Yes, they are. Stephen Hoover is doing fine. He's on vacation in the vacation rotation enclosure. You know who else I wanted to check on while I'm back here is Thurston. Lovey and Thurston have been here for a long time and always hung out together on this platform, and now she's the only one that likes to hang out there. I think it's, if you got cats at home. Hi, sweetheart. She's my girl. She's my girl. Where's your boyfriend? If it's like your cats at home, they'll have a favorite spot for a period of time, and then all of a sudden it'll just be some different place that's their favorite spot to be for no apparent reason. Can't see your cute little face. You got the cutest little face. Where is Thurston? Seem too sleepy to care. I was meditating right before I came out. I try to meditate at least once a week for about an hour, just to completely relax. And the last 2 minutes of my meditation, Jamie came in and asked me some questions, so I kind of woke up abruptly from it. I didn't get to, like come up the staircase and regain consciousness, so I can appreciate her being sleepy. Where's Thurston? They have so many dens. There's no way I'm going to be able to see inside all of them. Yes, Kathy, they did come here together. In fact, their story will be one of the stories Jamie will be covering tonight in her presentation about what it's like to be behind the scenes of a rescue. There were 7 cats in Kansas that we rescued. Well, we rescued 7 cats in Kansas. There were more cats than that. The Humane Society took one, and I think NSYNC took one. Victor's been busy over here working on the deck for the gift shop. And yesterday, the air conditioning company came and got the air conditioning all hooked up. So it'll be a lot cooler working in there now. And he and Jamie settled on a type of flooring that they're going to put in there. So I'm very excited about getting that done. And then we have one of our other off-site houses is called the Jaguar something. They all have cat names. There's Panther Palace, Puma Pad, Sand Cat. Maybe it's just called the Jaguar. Hi, Anasazi. And they said they got about 2 days worth of work left in there to get that done. One of the projects that they worked on today was hauling furniture over from the old Tiger Tail intern housing, which is now our enrichment center, hauling all that furniture over to the Puma Pad because we should have power in there very shortly. And we have interns coming. It's going to be 2 or 3 interns coming every week for the next several weeks, so we're going to have a full house, well, full houses very, very shortly. And that's when we can really rock and roll and get a lot of work done. Where's Mrs. Claws? And Nabisco. In that creepy realm where Google knows what you're shopping for, I find that I get advertisements a lot from Nabisco. Why do you think that is? Yeah, they think I'm a huge Nabisco fan. And they're right. Just a different Nabiscuit. There's Nabisco. And Mrs. Claus sneaking up on me down there. Hey, sneaky britches. Woo woo! Did you say woo woo? I hear you purring. You're just a purring. Kim, I am just doing a short video tour, although with me nothing ever ends up being short. Regina's out doing the meds, and I have already missed most of that, and I need to conserve my battery. In fact, I need to wrap this up so that I can go get this thing on the charger so that it'll be ready for tonight's presentation. Unfortunately, because of the way the stabilizer mounts, I can't have the charger plugged in while I'm broadcasting. If there was some other way to mount this thing, I could. And in fact, I'm going to go over to the cat hospital and see if I have any other types of mounts that I might be able to jerry-rig to make work so that I can use a power pack. They love your tail waggling. That must not have been your tail, must have been Mrs. Claus' tail they were talking about, because I can't see your tail. Got those cute little bobcat ears. I'm going to turn the camera around on myself. And the reason is, one of our artists did a beautiful job. You're just so cute. You're too cute. Of China doll, and she's wearing a crown that says Big Cat Rescue. And what I love about it is it's a sleeveless shirt. Gail corrected me this morning, it's not a tank top, it's a sleeveless shirt. And the difference is that with this sleeveless design, I always have trouble with the sleeves on tank tops coming down too far so that you see the bra, or in the back you'll see the bra strapped, and with this one you don't. And I just love it, and it's long, so it comes down. Can you see how long that is? It comes down very long, and it's got this beautiful image, and the name of the image is All Cats Are Kings, and that's over at catrescue.biz. We have a bunch of different types of shirts with that design, and cups and bags and necklaces, but I really like the sleeveless one because I get really stupid looking tans out here working in the sun when I have a t-shirt on. Oh, and there he goes. He leaped right out of my screen. Right out of it. Oh, now they can see that cute little tail of yours. All right, cuteness, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Yes, we are. I will see you guys tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. Love you guys.